birds are chatty today. Mockingbirds. Morning dove.
Wow.
I know it would make more sense to do a collab like this, or a recap like this at a desktop, but I just don't want to be at my freaking desktop. Like, I'm sorry. I've just been like in hotels and like, Chateau, thank you, and like under fluorescent lights and like inside buildings for a week plus. I'm so excited to be home in Texas, and it just like, the air just feels like Texas. Like, it's a little humid today and it's kind of warm, and yeah, I just want to be outside. So I have so much to talk about, but I'm not at a desktop. So if I have to show you something, I'm gonna have to show you on my phone. I don't drink Dr. Pepper when I'm traveling because I'm classically conditioning myself for it to taste like home. But hear me out. So then, there's a strategy. Once I do this enough, when I return home from a trip and I drink Dr. Pepper and I'm like, I'm in Texas. How nice. And it starts making me feel like I'm at home, then I will start drinking it while I'm traveling as a coping mechanism. Sometimes you gotta get ahead of this before it gets ahead of you. It's recap time. Chat, holy shit. I haven't been live for a minute, huh? It's been, well, how long has it been? I haven't been live for over a week. Man, this recap going crazy. Look, I had to eat, okay? And I didn't want to start while I was eating because it's hard to talk and eat at the same time. But now I'm gonna start the recap. I've had a crazy week, y'all. I went to Washington, D.C. For National Geographic. By the way, this is the first time I've been on stream because I couldn't talk to you about it before. Did y'all see that announcement? So sick. This is the first year. This is the first year that National Geographic is working with content creators. And they did interviews, and they chose 8 of us to be a part of their inaugural creator cohort. And I'm one of the 8, which is unbelievable. Whenever I tell people, or whenever I've talked to people about this, they're like, so what is that? Yeah, like, what does that mean? They're like, are you a National Geographic athlete now? Like, what does that mean? And for us right now, we've got short form content that we're doing with them. We did yellow chair interviews, which was freaking cool. That's like a super iconic thing. Nat Geo does these interviews in yellow chairs. So we did yellow chair interviews. And that was neat. And then we have an expedition as well that we're going on. And so, you know, we'll document that and be a part of that. And then we'll see what else, you know, I think it's because it's their first time working with creators, they want to see how it goes, and they want to see like what makes sense, and you know, if they want to put us in long form or if they want us as talent on screen in more long form series. I don't know yet. I think they're trying to figure that out with us. But it was really incredible. We went to the headquarters in Washington, D.C. I love D.C., by the way. Shout out. And I met the other members of the cohort. They're freaking awesome, unsurprisingly. Like, there's this girl, Michaela, who you guys have to, her Instagram is, it's Makilla, I think. But her name is Michaela. Me and her are the 2 wildlife like conservation creators in the cohort. Obsessed with her, love her. So we hit it off like immediately. It was really fun. And then there's a girl named Ten, and she is a archaeologist, and she has a PhD, and so she's a professor. Like, she teaches archaeology and then she makes videos as well. So sick. She's so smart. And she can tell you about history all day. She's so cool. There's a guy, his name is Ethan, Rockman Ethan. He's a geologist. He doesn't do it full time either. He's like an environmental consultant, and he's a geologist, and so he just knows like a bunch about rocks. And yeah, so he does this series like what's inside that rock. So he breaks rocks open. He is hilarious. I'm obsessed with Ethan. I think he's so funny. And you can like walk around anywhere too. We'll like walk around the city with Ethan. We'll be like, Ethan, what this? And he'll be like, granite. And you point at this building and you're like, what's that? Marble. What's this? And he's like, granite again. But it's so fun. He just knows so much about rocks. Love that guy. Jordan, who is he does travel influencing, and he has a couple dogs, and so he takes his dogs to really beautiful places and does like camping and stuff, and he's just like really, really talented. Paige is a wildly talented photographer and travel influencer, and so she just travels the world and takes freaking beautiful pictures, and she's incredible. And then there's Maynard, who his hip hop science, I think is his at, and he teaches kids about science, and he uses hip hop to do it. Like, so sick. Oh, and Tanya. Tanya is most of her content is in Spanish, but she does like travel influencing and lifestyle influencing as well. She's like the sweetest, most positive person I've ever met in my life. She cried like 6 times in DC just because she just feels things really deeply, and it's really awesome. So they're all really great. You guys, I posted on my Instagram for the Nat Geo announcement, and they're all tagged in there. You guys should check out all their channels. They're really talented creators, really smart, and it's a cool group of people. I'm really grateful to be a part of it. And then the Nat Geo team too was so sick. Like it felt a lot less like okay, you're here for this and film this and do this campaign, and like it felt like they were like onboarding us to the Nat Geo team. They made this big deal about us being a part of the legacy because this is the first time that they're doing this, and you know, Nat Geo is a family and that we're a part of it forever now, which is just so mind-boggling. We got to talk to so many execs, so many VPs. We listened to so many talks. I took so many notes. I connected with a bunch of people on LinkedIn. Yeah, it was just really, it was very special. And so I'm excited to see what all we do with Nat Geo. I went from DC straight to North Carolina to film MrBeast video. Which you guys saw that stream. I guess I was live, huh? Yeah, you saw that stream. I was in just hopping. And you won, right? I can't tell you what happened. I can't tell you what happened. I solemnly swear, I will not be one of the streamers that causes y'all more problems. That's me saying that to the MrBeast team. Maybe there's some that are watching already. But I'm not gonna be one of your problems, okay? I promise you this. I'm not gonna be one of your problems. I know you have them, but it's not gonna be me. But yeah, I've seen people talk about it, and they are just leaking. They're leakers. Everybody's leaking. Shout out Adapt for going live and making his title at the MrBeast headquarters. This is what it was, guys. It was supposed to be, okay, let's start at the very beginning. I get to North Carolina a full day early, 1 full day, because I was in DC already. So like, it didn't make sense to go home for a day and try to come the next day. So I was in North Carolina for a full extra day. But it was kind of awesome because I was exhausted from DC and like all the talking and like excitement and whatever. And so I'm in my hotel room and they're like, oh, we don't need you. Your call time's 5 p.m. today. I get up at 8 in the morning. They say your call PM's 5. Here's some DoorDash gift cards though. So I'm just in a hotel room by myself with free DoorDash gift cards. And I just ordered food to my room all day and I sat there. And it was freaking awesome. So I got a lot of recharge time, and then I went to the studio. Yeah, actually the first person that I met was Onipixel in the lobby. I walked up and he waved at me and I didn't recognize him from because I was far away, and then I got closer, I saw his face and I was like, no way. He is so awesome, chat. He was my favorite one. He was like my favorite. I'm sorry to everybody else. He's my favorite person that I met there. I love that guy. So funny. So funny. Voss! Oh, what else did he teach me? What else am I supposed to say? I don't remember. He's so funny. So I hung out with him a lot. And yeah, we talked for a while in the lobby before we had to go to the studio. I was there with Chris next door as well. And then Rubius. And I didn't know who Rubius was. I don't know anything about Rubius. He was sitting with us though. And they were talking and he was really cool. And then later I found out, then I added everybody after the shoot and I went to add Rubius and I was like, holy, whoa, you are big time. But anyway, he was really cool. Yeah, he's huge. He's huge. But yeah, he was really nice. And then we all went to the studio and then we took thumbnail pictures and we like did our wardrobe prep and like if anything didn't fit, they helped us with that and whatnot. And that was really fun. And then we went home and then the next day was the shoot. So I got home pretty early. I got in bed pretty early because the next day we were supposed to be there at 8 a.m. On the way back from shooting that night at the studio, I was in a shuttle and I was in the backseat of the shuttle with just Ray and Rakai, which I didn't know Rakai prior. I knew Ray sort of. And so you can imagine me in the backseat of a shuttle trying to make conversation with Ray, Asian boy, and a 17-year-old, Rakai. And Rakai just starts like, nice kid from everything I met or everything we talked about, but he was like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 27. He's like, damn. And he was like, you got a boyfriend? And I was like, I do. And he's like, is he white or black? I was like, he's white. He's like, is he tall? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And he's like, do you believe in love? And I was just like, I don't remember the last time I talked to a 17-year-old. He was just like, I was just like, wow, okay. And then I taught them what a nonprofit was, and I taught them what it meant to have an autoimmune disorder. And that was pretty much the drive. Yeah, and he asked how many viewers I have, which is like really funny because that's kind of like a faux pas in the streaming industry. Like you just like, there's some things you just don't ask out loud. You kind of go check on your own kind of vibe. But he just wanted to know, and I respect that he wanted to know, and so I respect that he just asked. So that was the drive back to the hotel. We get back to the hotel. The next day, we got to the shoot, and it was 8 a.m. call time. Streamers. And by the way, streamers, but also so many international streamers. I actually felt so bad. So many international streamers like just got in the night before at like 11 p.m. or something. And then they had to get up at 8 a.m. with jet lag and whatever to be a part of this video. So shout out to them. Shout out to the streamers that were like on a crazy jet lag and still did it and still got there. There were a lot of streamers that didn't get there. Ray and Rakai included, actually. Ray said on the way back, I was like, man, guys, this is going to be tough. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. And Ray was just like, I'm not going to do that. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't get up that early. And I was like, but it's a call time. But so anyway, not everybody made it to the 8 a.m. call time. What got leaked? Everything. He built out all these rooms that are recreations of streamer rooms. Here's how it was supposed to go. People were gonna go live. We were supposed to stream from inside those rooms, and Jimmy was supposed to hop between each of the rooms, right? So Jimmy was supposed to go from room to room, and then the internet was supposed to find out, because the internet was supposed to be like, how did Jimmy get from Pokemon's room to Ludwig's room to Speed's room to this international streamer's room in 2 seconds, because they're all live, right? That was what was supposed to happen. But instead, everyone just went live. Emily just went live on her phone on a tripod in her fake stream room setup. So you could just see the blue screen behind her. That was never gonna work, but what if it did? But isn't it kind of a cool idea? It's kind of a cool idea. So she was on desktop before. Yeah, and then Adapt goes live, and Adapt goes live with the title, at MrBeast Studio in North Carolina. So while he's on intro, everybody knows where he is. And the team is like freaking out. They're like, change your title, change your title. So he changed his title, and then he changed his title like, my bad, y'all, or whatever he changed it to, I don't know. But everyone just immediately leaked. It was like, but then everybody got to stream. I just like went back and forth between people's ingrests. I played a lot of basketball. Mistake, by the way. I played a bunch of one-on-ones. Here's, guys, I'm about to be in probably the biggest piece of content of my life. I do my hair and makeup that morning, and then I go play back to back to back to back one-on-ones in basketball. My hair ruined. My makeup sweated off. I did make a crazy half-court bucket though. Hung out with Adapt a little bit, saw Gilly, I love Gilbert. And then we went into the warehouse and we like kind of popped between people's rooms and we're just saying hi to everybody, streaming with everybody. It was cool, it was fun. I talked to Speed a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw that. I was in Pokemon's room and I was like, hey, you like animals? Because he was Speed was like scheduled, like they were supposed to come out. And so I knew that he knew what Alveus was, and it was that. Like he was like, oh, you're the person with that thing. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you didn't reply to me. To be fair, he did DM me on Instagram and I didn't see it, but that's because I don't see, like I have to, every so often I go and check my message requests, right? Or I go check my like verified message requests, but I don't do it every day. And so I didn't reply immediately. But then when I saw it, of course I did. But I just didn't see it. It wasn't like, it sounds, okay, you guys are saying like El Ego, right? It sounds bad. It sounds like I got a notification that I got a message from Speed and I aired him. That's not what happened. I did not see it. So I just didn't know. Anyway, I don't think he's too happy about that. So I don't know if he's gonna come out, but that's all right. We shall see. I got to talk to Pokey, shout out, sweetest angel. Hung out with Mario. I was so glad Mario was there. I got to chill with her, Cinna, Emily. I talked to Rakai's manager, guy that works for Rakai. I was like, how is it working for a 17-year-old? And so we talked a lot. He's really sweet too. He's like, I think at the end of the day, it seems like he's a 17-year-old kid and he has a lot of people, really good people that seem like they're really looking out for him. So that was really nice. I liked his team. Did you ask Jimmy to come to Alveus? Jimmy's already been at Alveus. That's why we have Noli. By the way, I met Nolan, Noli, our emu, Noli's name is Nolan's mom because Jimmy named her that. Nolan's like one of the guys that's in Jimmy's videos. And I went up to Nolan and I was like, you're Nolan? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I have an emu named after your mom. He was cool. Got to talk to him a bit. I played a lot of soccer with like Tariq and Nolan and Quackity and them. Did you ask Jimmy for $1 billion? No, but I did take a nap on $1 million in cash. Like real money. $1 million in cash. It was really comfortable, actually. So yeah, it was really, really fun. I had a good time. Yeah, it was really fun. I was really grateful to be a part of it. I got a ride back from one of their staff members, and he's 18. And so he was driving me back to the airport, and we talked about like the work and the structure. I'm just really interested in the structure of the whole thing. And then he walked me through all of the 2016, 2017 drama between Jake and Logan Paul and all of their girlfriends. And then we listened to all the diss tracks. He knew every word. And then we got to their makeup arc right as we were pulling into the terminal. So shout out to him. OMG, that shit was crazy. What are you talking about? You weren't there? No, it was great. It was great. He was really cool. I enjoyed it. I feel really educated. Shout out.
Wow.
He was 18 and that well versed in 10-year-old drama? Yes, because he said, and I asked him too, I was like, so when this came out for y'all, was it cringe to like think it was cool, or was it like cool to think it was cool? And he was like, no, this was like the coolest thing. Like when he came out with the line, when he said it's everyday, bro, we got chills. Guys, I have some drama to leak about Rosie, by the way. I have a lot of vlog footage. So much vlog footage, and by the way, they gave us DJI pockets to vlog while we were inside the cube. So I have a bunch of vlog footage from when I was in the challenge too. GG, Rosie. Hold on. Let me find it. I found it. You're done. Yeah, way to go, Rosie. Way to freaking go. He doesn't like you. Now he's gone.
This is a National Geographic person. Go. Go on. Do your thing.
Go.
Go, okay.
Dog. You see that? You see that? But yeah, so everyone was really nice. I think it was really good. It was really fun. It also, I don't know what because they did this with YouTubers too. And I was saying, like, I think because streaming is such a collab heavy space, we all kind of feel like we know each other, maybe even parasocially. Like when I saw Onipixel, I was like, ah, my friend, you know, but like we don't know each other. But I think he was kind of the same way. And because it's so collab heavy, it just feels like, I don't know, it kind of feels like we're friends, we all know each other, and so the vibes were just really good for that reason. So I loved it. And his team was really great. Shout out that team. They worked really hard. I could not imagine coordinating that many streamers and trying to pull it all together in so little time, and there's a lot of moving parts, and so I think they did a really, really great job. And some people also really surprised me. I think I expected some people to be a lot more scary than they were, and they were just sweet and nice. So overall, really good vibes. Do you think that Oni have drip? Yeah, for sure. For surely. He was wearing a hat one day, and he made this huge deal out of being so chopped because he was wearing a baseball cap. And I was like, it's the most normal baseball cap I've ever seen in my life. But I guess he just doesn't think he's a hat guy. But the cap was fine. It was fine. You know what Oni made me do the last day? He made me drink beet juice. He Instacarted, I can show y'all. He Instacarted beet juice. And he was like, you have to drink this, it's so good for you. He made me and Myth drink beet juice. This is him, okay. This is him in the morning. He Instacarted this beet juice, and he wanted us all to have it in the morning because he says it's a really good, important way to start your day.
The Germans know beetroot juice on top. Before every stream. Else I'm not in the right mood. I'm telling you. A lot of people don't like it, a lot of people like it. It's no added sugars, but of course beetroot has a lot of.
Yeah, it is earthy.
Very earthy.
Yeah, but it's not bad.
Do you like it? It tastes good.
You like it?
Hey, I drank it. I don't know if I liked it, but I drank it. And it's good for you. So it was nice. It was nice of him. He's so excited about it, dude. He was so. Thank you for the 4 months. He was also so excited about this random like franchise breakfast chain that had like really normal American breakfast, but he thought it was so good, and so he ordered it for all of us. And he got us all the same thing, and we had to take bites at the same time. He was so excited about it. It was so cute. He's the best. I miss him. It's just Denny's. It wasn't Denny's. It was better than Denny's. But yeah, he's really, really sweet.